Tell you, you seem so stoic during all of it.
It was that the time that I'd walk out of that courtroom at nighttime, I was ready to scream at the top of my lungs.
Melody says 3 of her children are trying to pin their father's murder on her for one simple reason.
Money. Absolutely money.
One of the final witnesses called by prosecutors was Lindsay Harris, who leads the intelligence division in the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office.
I was asked in 2018, July of 2018, to analyze some phone records.
Harris says she was able to track the precise movements of Gary Farris's cell phone on the family farm because Gary had an Android phone with its Google location services turned on.
So this helps us know when the device is traveling even within a certain area.
Harris discovered that on the morning of July 4th, when investigators believe Gary's body was already on the burn pile, his cell phone moved from the house to the burn pile and back to the house.
100% the device moves from 7:58 to 9:05. Someone must be moving it.
Prosecutors say that someone could only have been Melody Farris.
We knew that the only person home was Melody.
Lindsay Harris says that during that time, Scott's phone was miles away from the farm.
Scott leaves the residence around 6:30 a.m. on July 4th. He does not return to the home until 8 p.m.-ish, 8:30 p.m. on July 4th.
The defense tries to challenge this seemingly powerful evidence by questioning the accuracy of Harris's findings.
You can clearly see that sometimes the circle's very large, sometimes it's small, and sometimes it says you're absolutely nowhere close to where you are.
The defense called 7 witnesses. One of them was Gary and Melody's youngest daughter, Amanda.
She has told me that she's not guilty, and all I can do is believe that until somebody can prove she is guilty. So I would like to believe that my mother had nothing to do with this. There's just so much pain. There's no good outcome. He's never coming back. He'll never be there again. And that's just the worst part about it all. And knowing that my mother could potentially spend the rest of her life in prison is terrifying.
Ms. Frankish, you can go ahead.
It was now time to wrap this case up with closing arguments.
She had plenty of motives. She despised Gary. She hated that he was giving away their money, her money. That was the main motive. Rusty was a bonus.
100.
In their closing, the defense did some heavy lifting to demonstrate how difficult it would be for someone Melody's size to somehow get her 300-pound husband onto that burn pile.
This is 320 pounds. I am 185 pounds. And that's all I have. It's not realistic. And then the fact that they've presented no actual evidence as to how she did that, that means there's doubt.
On October 30th, 2024, the jury got the case. But after 3 days of deliberations, they sent a note to the judge saying they were deadlocked. The judge told them to give it one more try.
I was absolutely numb. You don't know what to think.
And just a few hours later...
All right, I understand y'all reached a verdict.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty